Peace, 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 peace. It's Thep, which means the same thing. All right, we're gonna go through our Thef Sekhem. What's Thef Sekhem? Well, as far as the meaning, Thef Sekhem means movement of that life force, right? Movement of life force, Thef Sekhem. Think of this, these are your micro movements, dealing with your subtle energies, you know. This is what you should start off like any practice with, really and truly. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're new to it, you know. Just going into some small movements, dealing with the joints, focusing on the joints, right? The smaller joints that we don't really pay attention to. All right. This is loosely inspired off of things that I've learned along the way, different initiations, Ashtanga, you know, even in the Power Maktanasana series as well, along with other things that I've just developed along the way. So I just want you to be easy with it. Just do what you can. Don't try to look exactly like me. Like, oh, SEMATAWI is going this far. Let me go this far. Like, no. Stay in your zone. Do what you can. Do you know what I mean? This is not supposed to be a painful process. Like, you know, you have the choice. It's up to you. You know, a lot of people approach things painfully, just intense. It's not necessary. Like, you don't have to go to the full extent or full extreme of something where something is causing you pain. Like, nah, just chill with it. This is mobility, you know what I mean? Yoga mobility, movement mobility. Like, just relax. Do what you can. You know, this is a long, slow journey. Powerful still. So, all that being said, go ahead and come onto your mat. Go ahead and straighten out the legs. Just gonna go into spreading the toes, nice and wide, and release, right? Spread and release. Try to keep the rest of the body relaxed. Spread and release. Like I said, I'm only gonna go through this few repetitions. You could always extend it as you develop your practice, right? Now, still on the toes, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna curl or flex and extend. So curl and extend. Keep that going. Don't just stay on my instructions. It's mobility, move through it. All right. Go ahead and release. Moving on to the feet now, right? Pointing and flexing the feet. If you need to place your hands down here, you place your hands right behind you. Just keep your chest upright. And bring all the focus towards the feet. Pointing and flexing. All right. We're going to go into internal and external foot rotation, right? Well, know the movement's coming from the hips. So just rotating the feet inward and then outward to the best of your ability. So do a few times that way. And I just speed it up. All right. Let's go. From there, I'm gonna go into the feet circles. So just go ahead and bring one leg onto the opposite thigh. Whether you want to just keep it resting like that, or if you're able to bring it up higher, you could hold it up off the thigh. And we're gonna make circles with this foot, all right? So moving this foot in the circle, it's an ankle crank, and switch other direction. All right, other leg, short T from the side. So whether you want to go like that, or you want to hold here. See, I just cradled it under my arm. And go ahead into your ankle crank again, next side. Keeping this foot relaxed, right? You don't want to move your foot yourself. I'm keeping my foot loose, everything is relaxed, and I'm using my hand to go around the full range that I don't normally get to go into. All right, I'm gonna go into flexion and extension of the knee. So you just start from here, knees bent, hip width apart. Place the hands on the outside, or hands behind you. And I'm just extending and then bending. I'm not dragging my foot across the ground each time. I'm picking my foot up and then I'm bending and I'm lifting my foot off the ground and then extending, lowering down easy. Keep that going. All right, now from here, if you want to place the right leg down on the ground, just creating a nice base, lift the left leg away from you. So I'm pulling that knee towards my chest, right? So I'm bringing that knee towards my chest. I'm not rounding my back, trying to keep my chest upright, pulling it towards the chest, placing my hand underneath my thigh, underneath my hamstring, so right here. Not right under the knee, create space, and you go from here, and then go into your flexion and extension of the knee. But this time I'm going from a leg hold. So I exhale as I extend, inhale as I come down. All right, let's go ahead, next side. Do this to the front. However amount of repetitions you do on one side, just do on the next. All right, switching legs again. Very similar thing. Go back into your leg hold, and we're gonna go into our circles. So having the leg bent, chest upright, shoulders pulling down. Do your best to have this knee pressing down, yeah? Just keep the body more stable. And let's go ahead and make a circle with a pointed foot. Draw a big circle. Switch other direction. All right, switch sides. Begin. Switch, other direction. And release. Go ahead and take a breather. If this becomes too intense for you, you could always just come down into Nefertum, just relax before you move on to the next thing. And just reacquaint yourself with your breath. Slow, deep breaths. Body's nice and relaxed. Close the eyes if you choose. From here, we're gonna go into our flutters. Flutters, we do it a good amount of repetitions. It's necessary, it's just a different movement. So go ahead and pull the heels in towards the groin. Chest upright, shoulders still pulling down. And I wanna bring the knees all the way up to touch the arms and then back down. So I'm going here. Not forcing myself, it's just a nice smooth movement. Keep the upper body relaxed. I'm just focusing on opening up those hips. So do this anyway, anywhere from 25 to 50 reps. And then, all right. Releasing that. Go ahead and straighten it out. We could do here. We could bend one leg. So say I keep my left leg straight. Go ahead and bring that right foot onto that left thigh. It's right here. If this is enough for you, like, yo, SEMATAWI, this is already intense, cool, you can stay right here. If you can't get so much of a bend, bringing the top of your foot onto your thigh, you just bring it down here. If you need to start right here, you can start right here. That's fine. And then you could lean into it. So I'm just doing different variations, right? So lean into it, drop the head, relax the arms, try to get a fold. Same thing for you if you're up here with it. Same thing, you could reach while still allowing that knee to pull down towards the ground, okay? All right, let's go ahead, same thing on the next side. So being gentle with yourself. Make sure to get your leg in a bent position, right? In this flexion before you go into that rotation. And you rotate that knee downward. So I'm bending it first, pulling the heel in towards the groin, and then coming down, right? So it could be right here on top of the knee. It doesn't have to be all the way up here. No one starts here. Be right here. That's fine. If you need to just stay right here, like, okay, you can just breathe through it right here. If this is too intense for you, you could feel it. You could feel the stretch wherever you feel it. But that's what I'm saying. You could always simplify, you know what I mean? And then when you reach a point that you're able to go a little further, or you feel like going deeper into the stretch for whatever reason, it feels good, you know, you want to lengthen, whatever you want to do. You can, but it's not just like you have to go deep all the time, especially if it's early in the rising, your body's going to be more stiff in comparison to doing the practice at the end of the day. So keep in mind all of these type of things. And if you're having a full stomach, you're practicing these movements and all these type of bends and stuff like that on a full stomach, that's not going to be the way forward, you know. Empty stomach practice is the best, you know, but if you need to, then just don't eat at least, like, I'll say an hour and a half before your practice. But you're gonna do what you want anyway, right? But yeah, that's enough right there. Let's go ahead and just shake it off. Now we're going to go ahead into our cradle leg. So very similar to what we did before. Let's go ahead and start with the left side now. So I'm going to use left side, have that bent, and I'm going to bring my right leg up. So side view, bring my right leg up, keeping my knee close to the chest, lower leg parallel with the bottom of the ground. Raise my right arm up, so right arm and right leg raised up. I'm going on the inside of my leg and place this leg closer to my shoulder, right? This other leg is pushing down, chest upright, interlock, pull the knee back behind the shoulder, and exhale, rotating. So I'm rotating, I'm turning or twisting the opposite direction. While I'm twisting, I'm also still bringing this leg closer towards my chest as I turn. So I'm turning, bringing this leg closer to the chest, and I'm exhaling at the same time. And open. All right, switch sides. Same thing for the next side. Now switch, bend that right leg. Left knee is up, Left arm is up, come on the inside. You see, I don't stay round back. Bring my chest up, pull back if you're able to. So I'm right here. And same thing. Let's go ahead. About 3 to 5. Inhale. Exhale as you rotate. And release. So I was exhaling as I was rotating, bringing my lower leg towards my chest, looking in the opposite direction. That was my exhale. It's the inhale as I opened. Right. Here, once again, we're still in this cross-leg position from here. So once again, this you do what you can. And don't I be there, hey, SEMATAWI, I messed this up because of this. No, you do what you can, all right? So we're going, same cradle, toe to ear, all right? So pull on toe in, inhale, exhale, toe to ear, or toe to chin, or right here, or whatever it is for you, but you get me. And release. Inhale, let's go. Release, switch sides. And release. You're gonna straighten out the legs. Just shake them up a bit. All right. Stay this way, so you stay in the cross-leg position, Nefertum, easy pose. Inhale, raise the arms up. Reach high, exhale, fold forward, bring the hands down. Drop the head. We inhale, coming up again, and exhale all the way over to the left knee. You can bring the hands down after each one. Inhale up, and exhale over the right knee. And keep that flow going back to the middle. Release. A variation of that you could do it from butterfly position. Pull the heels in, soles of feet together. And from right here, raise the arms up, exhale, fold forward. And keep that going. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, release. And shake it up. Crossing the legs. Go into some gentle spinal twists. Bringing both hands behind me onto the ground. Exhale in each direction. So right here, this is a slight inhale, and then I exhale as I twist. So each twist is an exhalation. So in the rising, I'll just soften this up. You know, it'll just be gentle. First thing in the rising, it'll just be gentle, just getting some movement in the area. You know, my practice towards the end of the day, it will be different. If I'm doing Thef Sekhem, I would go more into more of my static stretches, so more holding. So right now, if it's focused more on movement, mobility. Even if you're not able to turn that much, you just, and this is what you're able to do, right here. This is cool. Just be consistent with doing this. Don't expect to just watch this video and all the benefits come through. Do you know what I mean? Don't just watch it, do it. Get on your mat, no mat, whatever the case, sit down, go through it. This whole sequence is from a seated position. It's easy for you to approach, you know, considering, right? All right, I'm gonna go into some wrist mobility now. So just go ahead and bring the hands together, interlock the fingers, and let's just go ahead and make a figure 8. There's a number of wrist mobilities that you could do. Let's just keep it real simple for now. Let's just give thanks for you sitting down and investing some time into yourself. All right? Getting the arms. Let's go ahead and keep on making circles with the hands, moving up the wrist. Other direction. All right, we're going to some stuff with the elbows now, right? So, let's go here. Taking the fist and making a big circle, just winding up with that arm. So see how I'm keeping my elbow in line with my shoulders, just moving on my lower arm. And switch other direction. Let's keep the shoulders relaxed. Don't want to have the shoulders hiked up here when you're doing that. Shoulders are dropped. All right. Hands right in front of you. And then bring the fingertips onto the top of the shoulders. So you see my elbows are still in line with my shoulders. So getting a nice stretch. Lats. See, so elbows are not down here. Elbows are still lifted up. So I'm just gonna extend, hands right in front, and then flex. Right. Yep. Right. So you gotta do it this way. So extending the arms out to the side, laterally. Hands in line with the shoulders, elbows in line with the shoulders as well. And go ahead and bring the fingertips, touch the top of the shoulders. Okay, release. Let's go into some shoulder mobility, right? So you see, we've just been working in particular order. We started on the bottom, you know, from the toes, working ourselves upward, from toes into the foot, into the ankle, coming up into the knee joints, you know, and just working our way up, you know, into the spine. Now we started from the wrist and working our way this way. Elbows, now shoulder, right? So go ahead and bring the fingertips on top of the shoulders again. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna round my back now. Get a round in my back, bringing my chins, bringing my elbows together. As I inhale, exhale, open. Big opening. Don't worry about the breath too much. Let's just get into movements for right now. If you're really concerned with it, as you open the chest, exhale. Switch other direction. Try to keep it. Bring those elbows together. Keep going. Bring those elbows together, meeting at the front of the chest. Okay, release. Let's go ahead and extend. I'm gonna extend the arms overhead. Spreading the fingers. And then release, just closing the fist, making a fist. So spread, release. And let's do that faster. Finger abduction to fist. And release. Get ready to go into our pull downs. So moving through nicely. Got about five more movements to go through. So this is going to be a Sekhem focus, so breath focus. So it's not just you going through this movement, but you're incorporating that movement, marrying it to a particular breath. So it's a strong exhalation, right? Strong exhalation, emptying, completely emptying. So say I'm doing overhead pulls, starting from here. So I have my fingers spread. I'm reaching up overhead, arms in line with the ears. And as I exhale, I'm pulling down, making fists, bringing the elbows close to my torso and retracting the scapula. So for my back, as I pull back from here, I want to retract the scapula, squeeze those muscles together, those center muscles in the upper back, squeeze them together. And release, so. So as I'm doing that as well, as I exhale and I pull down and those elbows go behind me, I squeeze my fist and contract the muscles in my biceps. So, fingers spread, you exhale, pulling down, turn the fist towards you, palms facing you, pull back, squeeze the muscles in the biceps and the fist, or contract the muscles in the biceps and squeeze the fists. All right? So let's go ahead and try that. Let's try it for 8. Right? Inhale, start with inhalation. Let's go, exhale. Exhale out. Keep squeezing the biceps, contract them. You're squeezing the fist, shoulders are pulling down, muscles in the face are relaxed, gaze is forward, and release. I'm gonna do that again. Spread the fingers, let's go for 10. Inhale. Hold, squeeze in the fist, contract the biceps. Shoulders pulling down, muscles in the face are relaxed. And release. We're gonna do everything else once. But as you build up, then you could go into 3 rounds each. So we're gonna go top pull downs, yeah, or overhead pull downs, front pull downs, inside, lateral pull downs. So moving on, we're just gonna do one round each, okay? It's gonna flow. Front pulls. So palms facing downward, fingers are spread. Inhale. Let's go for 10. Hold. Squeeze the fist, contract the biceps. Retracting that scapula. And release. Lateral, out to the side. See, my hands are in line with my shoulders. So I'm going from here to here, right? Inhale, let's go for 10. Hold, squeeze. Squeezing the biceps, squeezing the fist. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Come in all four. So right from here, we're gonna go into our knee rotations. Go ahead and plant the toes, hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees hip width apart. And let's start with the left side. So I'm bringing my knee toward the front, lifting that knee all the way to the side. I'm not straightening out my leg at any point. Keep my leg bent, make sure to lift the knee to the side as well. All right, other direction. See, pick that knee up. Keep the leg bent. All right, other side. Forward now, let's go. I'm picking all the way to the side. Keep those arms straight, hands spread, or fingers spread. Other direction. All right. You sit back into a sesh pose, take a breather. Going into our Het Haru variations. So from the same position, on all four, let's start with just a simple one. Well, actually, let's go ahead and point the feet. From here, the movement's coming from the thoracic spine, dropping the chin to the chest, making a C shape. And then we're going in the other direction. So we'll make that C. And go forward. Is that right? So we call it Het Haru, probably knowing it from cat-cow variations. Same thing, right? So I want the exhale. The exhale when you're drawing, making that C, really round in the back, chin to the chest, and you're trying to cave in the stomach, bringing the navel towards the spine, trying to empty as much as you can, pulling up, trying to really make a nice curve in the back, dropping the chin to the chest. I'm pressing down through my feet as well. Tucking my tailbone, and then lifting the chest and the head. Arching the back. So this is the exhale. Inhale. Into the chest. Keep that going. You can carry on with that one. For another variation with it, then you could go ahead and bring the knee in, Plant the toes, exhale. So I'm exhaling, bringing my knee towards my head, around my back. Inhale, coming up. Right? Let's try the other side. So the exhale, bring the knee towards the head. Inhale, arch in the back. So. All right, so forth. From here, we're going to our pyramid. So you can start from all four and then go ahead and move the knees back, move the hands more forward towards the front of the mat. And from here, spread the fingers, press into the hands, or you're trying to straighten out the arms. I'm rotating my arms so my elbows are facing more downward towards the mat, not out to the sides. Keep a nice lock there. Toes are curled. Pressing down through the toes, lift my hips. As I lift my hips, dropping my head. So I'm high up onto the toes now. Head's in line with my arms, and now my heels are flat. From here, I want you to slowly lower the hips closer to the ground as you lift the head and the chest. So go from here, and then back up high onto the toes. Heels flat, pressing away, and lower yourself down. Lower those hips, keep those knees off the ground, lifting the chest and the head. All right. Let's go ahead, coming back. Just resting into the such pose. Feet are pointed. You can stay here. Relax the arms. Place the hands on top of the knee, on top of the thighs. Find one point to gaze at. You could either do that, or you could close the eyes. Just focus inward. Slow down the breathing. Try to hold this position as long as you can. You know, when it does start becoming uncomfortable because you just reach your point, then you could always just come up, release some of the tension, and slowly come back down. But most importantly, none of these things you're going to develop an inner awareness about if you don't practice them. You have to put time aside. And put time aside. Make time for self. I'm going to close out there. All right. Give thanks.